What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Untitled Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. We are smack dab right in the middle of September, which means Halloween is right around the corner. Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's is not that far away either. So many of you guys started school. Many of you guys went back to work. Vacation's over. Summertime is over, sadly. I'm pretty sure we all miss the wintertime, having to rock hoodies and sweaters and stuff like that. But all I have to say to that is expect a very long and miserable winter. From what I've been reading and whatnot, we're going to have a very, very nasty winter this year. So rack up on your games, rack up on your blankets, your hot chocolate, your Twinkies, your popcorn, and your shake weights, because we're going to be home during this winter season playing all sorts of games like Destiny, which is awesome, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, The Evil Within, Minecraft, and stuff like that. So all I got to say to that is I'm looking forward to that, absolutely. So thank you all for watching, everybody, once again. And before we begin with your questions, everybody, I just want to say two things. Number one, if you want to ask me any question, everybody, instead of just leaving it in my inbox, just leave your questions in the comment section below. I will try my best to scout you out, take your question and whatnot. I mean, I get tons of questions. It's nearly impossible for one person to go through everything by himself. So like I said, guys, just drop your questions in the comment section below, and hopefully I will get to that. So, and number two, don't forget to subscribe and check out to my second channel, everybody. The link will be in the description below. It's UnrealEnt Network. On there, like I said, you're gonna find some awesome stuff that you won't find on here, and I really hope you guys go ahead and check that out. Lots of Dragon Ball Z, lots of unrelated horror content and whatnot. So I really hope you guys go ahead and enjoy that. So let's go and go on ahead and begin with our first question, which is from Dragon Ball Diaries. Hi, Alex. I hope you'll answer my questions because there is nobody I can ask an in-depth DBZ questions to that is a huge fan like myself. However, I love the passion and creative thoughts towards the future of Dragon Ball Z. So hopefully you can get as in-depth with these questions as I could. All right, here we go. Question one. With the main plot being the worst wish in history for the next DBZ film, do you seriously think Toriyama could do this? He is around the age of 60. I fear this may be the swan song of DBZ, even though he just brought it back with Battle of Gods last year. Question two, I know there is always talk of a new series in Dragon Ball universe, and now seems like a better time than ever, but do you honestly think there is a chance, considering Toriyama's age? I feel like he would be having to make a lot of things that are canon, or anybody else could complain about. Well, all right, well, GT's different. Question three, do you feel like GT was really that bad? Personally, I didn't mind it, and though it could have been better, I love the ideas behind the arc, such as the Shadow Dragons and the negative energy. I also enjoy the way it ended, so I wanted to get your thoughts on that. Question four, with a sequel to Battle of Gods guaranteed, it seems obvious Funimation will eventually dub it, but do you think this could open the door to American getting some TV specials / movies that funny, never dubbed, like Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, or Young Son Goku special? Question five, there is a WWE question because I am also a big fan of that, but Paul Heyman in an interview outside WWE stated that he feels that the world title would be more prestigious if it were defended every few months, sort of like UFC does, rather than once every pay-per-view like the WWE does. Do you agree and think maybe this would be a little more title matches, look forward to in the match and get hype, well, and build up possible? Well, I see your point on that. Thank you so much, Alex, and I hope I hear your response. Well, to answer your first question, Mr. Dragon Ball Diaries, thank you once again. I don't think that Akira Toriyama's age has to do with anything, in a sense. Yeah, he's getting old and, I mean, he may not be up to speed with things, but I feel like it can't be as bad as you think it is. I mean, it's his creation. I mean, we all have to love and respect that. If it wasn't for Akira Toriyama, we would not be having such great anime. So, I don't know. I mean, I definitely believe that this is not the end of Dragon Ball Z, but only the beginning. So by him continuing with movies, I feel like it's going to be a great idea because he gets to execute what he wants to do, how he wants to tell his story. The worst wish in history, that kind of sparks my interest a lot because I really want to know what it is. I really want to know how they're going to go about that. I really want to know in which direction they're going to plan on going with this, because I want to know if this is going to affect Beerus and Whis and any other realm for that matter. So Akira Toriyama being as old as he is, I don't believe that this is the swan song of DBZ, because I do believe that if he was around 70, then yeah. But I'm not fearful whatsoever. I have hope that he's going to make another fantastic film like Battle of Gods. Battle of Gods, the English dub was phenomenal. So I do have hope in him, because I do have hope that he's going to come to the realization that, hey, we need to keep going even after I'm long and dead. So to answer your second question, and listen, all of you, listen to me very carefully. If there is going to be a new Dragon Ball Z series, it's probably not going to be done by Akira Toriyama. It's going to be done by a different company. Just like how they did Dragon Ball GT, right? They still made another series. It wasn't Akira Toriyama. Did we like it? Did we appreciate it? Not so much, because they went off with the story. They went off with something completely different. But hey, it's still Dragon Ball, you know what I mean? So do I see Akira Toriyama making another series? No. We will not. And I repeat, we will not be getting a new series from Akira Toriyama. Now, it is possible to get a new series through another company. Is that good? Maybe. Depending on if they're going to go based on Akira Toriyama's canon material, or if they want to make their own complete new story that we've never seen before. Just like they did with GT. Now, I mean, we all would love to see a new fucking series. Come on. I mean, you want it, I want it, we all want it. But we also do fear it. I mean, let's face it, we all do. We're all scared that if they do make another series, it's just going to be like GT. So, I mean, it's so many different factors, because GT was always proclaimed as being the worst because it didn't have the Bruce Falconer music and the acting wasn't as good. But hey, it's still Dragon Ball. We have to appreciate it. But in the end, like I said, if there's going to be a new series, it's probably going to be done by Toei Animation, not Akira Toriyama. To answer your third question, yes, GT was definitely that bad, because the story was unrelated. Goku was a kid throughout the entire series. Why? Oh my god, man. Just thinking about that irks me, because here you have this badass fucking hero, and he's a child. It's, oh my god. Throughout the entire series, too? Holy shit. Alright, like, I understand some concepts with the negative energy and the shadow dragons and, you know, Baby, the anger tuffle, you know, I understood that, but some things just went off the wall. The music was crap. Some of the voice acting was crap. Some of the way that some of the characters were portrayed, crap. You know, Pan wasn't a Super Saiyan. Vegeta was a bitch. Gohan and Goten, everybody else was made out to be a bitch. Come on, GT was the worst for me. So, to answer your fourth question, it's a possibility to get Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans dubbed, although I would love to see that. In terms of new movies and specials, probably not. Honestly, we're probably gonna get like little, you know, short film stuff, like very, very small, but nothing like a movie or a TV special or something. I really doubt that. Oh, I could see a TV special once in a fucking blue, but nothing like a series or something. So I mean, let's just face facts. They're not gonna do that again, unless of course the money's there for them. I mean, they're a company. All they care about is money. Do you blame them? No. And to answer your last question, Paul Heyman is a genius. But no, I don't believe that the UFC and WWE titles should be compared, because UFC has a different line of prestige. WWE, they thrive on that. They thrive on the championship itself. So in order for it to be defended, I do believe that it should be defended every month as usual. Just because, you know, you have more prestige putting up a title. Although I agree with what you mean. I see your point. Not everybody's going to feel that way, because a lot of people might just say, oh, well, you know, the title needs to be defended, you know, once every, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I would say just keep it the way it is, because they can easily just go on ahead and tell a very unique story off of that. But UFC is completely different, man. I mean, if UFC had storylines like WWE, UFC would be the best, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I mean, some of UFC's fighters are just they're not even as charismatic either. You know, if they were, it would be great. But no, I don't believe they need to do that at all. So. But anyways, Mr. Dragon Ball Diaries, thank you for the question, my friend, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend, bro. And now, moving on to the next question, which is from Game Time Axe. Hey, Alex, I have some questions for you today. Thank you so much for answering. Question number 1, what are your thoughts and expectations for Paranormal Activity 5? Question 2, what are your thoughts for Silent Hills? Oh, that was something, let me tell you. Question 3, do you think Gogeta should be introduced in the new Dragon Ball Z movie, or should it be Vegito, or God Vegeta, and why? Question 4, what are your thoughts about WWE 2K15 coming up? And lastly, question number 5, what are your thoughts on the new Call of Duty game? Well, thank you, Mr. Game Time Axe. To answer your first question, my thoughts and expectations for Paranormal Activity 5. Okay, I always thought the Paranormal Activity franchise deserved something of a, boost, sort of say, in order for it to just, revamp its horror franchise, because Paranormal Activity 3 wasn't good for me. Paranormal Activity 4 wasn't good for me either. I think Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, for me, was one of the best, and this is why I say why. Not everybody's going to agree, but just hear me out. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, had the most sense, aside from the first and second one, of course. Now, in Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, there was this coven going around, pretty much, people were going missing, children were going missing, daughters and sons were going missing, and nobody knew why, right? But, then you had Allie, the, one of the side characters from the second movie, come back, and she pretty much explained that there's a part of California right now, a certain town, which just so happened to be their town, that is being plagued by, this coven, these group of people of wizards and warlocks and witches and whatnot. Primarily witches, of course, but we don't know if there's any warlocks or whatnot, but just digressing from that. And they were pretty much talking about how, there's a lot of demonic activity going around. People are just having to report so many weird things going around in their house, around their neighborhood and whatnot. So the story picks up from these teenagers just goofing around on their GoPros and whatnot, and then they just happen to run into, a witch. And, if you're a witch, right, and if you saw somebody, just eavesdrop on your shit, you're not going to want them to, get away and tell the world, right? You're going to want to keep it a secret, and you're going to want to take the motherfucker out, and that was the whole goal of that movie. So, for Paranormal Activity 5, I do have high hopes for it, because I do believe that they're going to redeem themselves from the fourth movie. For many of you guys out there who don't know what Paranormal Activity is, I would really suggest you guys to go on ahead and watch it. Watch all 5 movies, and just sit there and just pay attention. The movie that you might, least expect to be good is the fourth one. The fourth one was crap, but for Paranormal Activity 5, what I'm expecting to see is Katie be in the film, of course, probably have her story be told. Based off of the ending off of the Mark ones, I'm pretty sure that they're definitely going to manipulate the time travel vortex, going through that, demonic door. That's just that. It just so happens to be there that the character at the very end just so happened to travel back in time and end up in the first movie, which was absolutely insane, So I feel like they should definitely go off of that. They should have Allie and the nanny from the second film just going ahead and go through the door and just try to change and alter what happened in the past. And that's what I feel like is going to happen. They're going to go back and they're going to try to change shit from the past. So, to answer your second question, Silent Hills, holy shit. For those of you out there who've seen my, playable teaser Silent Hill little walkthrough, that game is terrifying, man. Silent Hills is going to be great. Silent Hills is going to be great. I've never been excited about a Silent Hill game since Downpour. I felt like Downpour was really, really bizarre and really weird and kooky and just crazy and demonic and whatnot. But that wasn't told from a first-person point of view. This game is going to be based on a first-person point of view, and you're actually, playing as, the dude from The Walking Dead. You're playing as Daryl. I don't know his real name, but if you guys watch The Walking Dead, you're playing as Daryl. So it's pretty cool how you get to interact in the actual teaser, and the game is going to be, oh my god, the game is going to be super scary, and this is why I say why. Del Toro, one of the makers of the game, of course, the creator of Pacific Rim and Hellboy, he said he actually mentioned something very important. He did say that if a video game is too scary, not a lot of people are going to play it because they're fearful of the game petrifying them to death, of course, and that's true. I mean, that's why games like Outlast and Slender and The Forest and, Fear and Amnesia, they're not really, I mean, they're scary, but they're not over the top, holy God type of scary, because they know that if they were to make a game too scary, people will not play them. So, of course, what do you do when a game is too scary? You just give it a chance, So I think Silent Hills is going to be one of those games where you're definitely going to have to just, play on through and just pay attention, because if you don't, you're going to lose focus, of course, and the game's going to throw you off in and of itself, because the game is just so freaky. I mean, after playing that teaser, I'm just sitting there, I'm waiting for some demonic activity to happen around me, and it was, doors were opening and closing, I heard babies cry, I heard, just things go bump in the night, I saw shadows, I saw freaking, the chandeliers moving, it was absolutely insane. So, I mean, Silent Hills, guys, listen to me. If you're looking to get a good game, that's the game I think you all should be getting. Bar none, forget everything you guys have seen about horror. I think this game is going to bring it. And I do believe the game drops next year. So if you guys are looking to get spooked, I really do suggest you guys get that game. It's going to be phenomenal. So to answer your third question, Gogeta Vegito or God Vegeta? That's a good fucking question. Well, I think we all want to see the fusions, because the fusions would pose a very credible threat to Beerus, to Whis. Oh, well, not really to Whis. Whis would destroy them both, even combined. But let's say, for example, they introduce Gogeta, right? How well would Gogeta fare up against Beerus at a Super Saiyan 2 level, I don't think he would do as good as somebody like Gotenks. And Gotenks didn't even do anything, I do believe Gogeta at that level would lose. Vegito, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2 would fall. Beerus is just way too quick, way too fast, way too powerful. King Kai made that perfectly clear. He was like, well, his power level can't even be felt. That's how strong this dude is. So Vegito would not stand a chance. God Vegeta would stand a chance because he is a god, of course, so he does have a more, viable... I mean, I guess you could say he has a more viable chance because he's a quote-unquote god. But I think, my question is, what if they introduced a Super Saiyan 3 Vegito or a Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta? Would they stand a chance? I don't know, man. I would love to see that, because there's so many games like DBZ Mugen and Heroes and whatnot that incorporate Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, but we don't have those characters to actually make up for, so we can't really say. But if those characters were around, would they stand a chance? I think they would do phenomenal. Would they lose? Probably, but if I had to answer that question directly, I would have to say to a more sensible answer, I would have to say God Vegeta, because after all, he does have godly energy, so he would be able to stand up at least slight of a chance. But the other two, not so much, man, to be honest. So would I like to see the fusions more over God Vegeta? Yeah, but it is what it is. You can't really dictate that now because we don't know what's gonna happen. So to answer your fourth question, thoughts about WWE 2K15. All right, guys, listen up. If you guys want to battle me on WWE 2K15, I will be getting it for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So if you guys want to go toe-to-toe with the Ayatollah of Video Game Ola, you guys can just go on ahead and do that. WWE 2K15 is going to be great. It truly is going to be awesome because they're putting in a lot of work into this, more work than any other WWE game. One day I do hope that I'm there, but it is what it is. Everybody has dreams. But 2K15 is going to be awesome. We're going to have a stacked roster of about 60 characters. All new animations, all new creatable content, like, create your own stuff, whatever. They're including the NBA My Player career mode in this, except it's, your own wrestling career. You're going to start your way, you're gonna start from the bottom while working your way to the top, of course. And I'm really excited to see that. But like I said, guys, if any of you guys want to battle me on WWE 2K15, please let me know right now in the comment section below by typing in the following: challenge accepted, and then at the bottom put WWE 2K15 dash, like a little space, and then put which console you're going to be getting it for. And then at the bottom of that, your final statement should be what match you guys want to face me in. And you can bet your ass that I'm going to be coming after each and every single one of you when I tombstone you motherfuckers off the Tychotron. Now imagine that. That would be sick. But like I said, 2K15 is going to be great. So, and speaking of being great games, I do believe that Advanced Warfare is going to be another great Call of Duty game. This is going to be one of the greatest Call of Duty games that's been out for a while. I am actually looking forward to Advanced Warfare. I mean, like I said, guys, I'm going to be getting that for the Xbox One. So if any of you guys want to, team up with me on the Xbox One version of Advanced Warfare, or if you guys want to go up against me, let's make it happen on Advanced Warfare. And I promise you this, for every one person that I battle, I will try my best to capture it, and we'll relive the moments on here. How's that? So, I'm personally going to be throwing out clan challenges too. Me and my friends are going to be doing clan matches. So in case you guys want to do that, battle me and my friends, let's go. I mean, let's just friendly competition. So, but anyways, Mr. Game Time Axe, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Gamer1. Alex, before I begin my questions, take this DBZ hypothesis I made. Future Trunks in the Earth of Future Trunks' timeline are all doomed because Beerus will eventually wake up. Trunks will easily be defeated, and he has no hope of becoming a Super Saiyan God since he is the only Saiyan left. And he has no Dragon Balls on Earth since Piccolo, Dende, and Kami are dead. I believe that the Earth would be doomed since Beerus would like to fight Trunks since he technically is the only strong Saiyan. What? He'd get killed. He's just Trunks would. Ah, man. Question 1. When the Grand Namek dude, forgot his name, unlocked Gohan's potential. Well, you're talking about the Elder Kai, of course, but why did he only unlock part of Gohan's full potential? Question 2. If you could do anything, even illegal, for a whole day, name 3 things you would do. Question 3. If you summoned Shenron, what would you wish for? Thanks for answering these questions, Alex. Keep up the amazing content. Thank you, man. To answer your hypothesis, well, Beerus would kill Trunks. There's no way Trunks would survive. I mean, what is he going to do? Keep switching back and forth from time? Beerus is eventually going to fight him, and he's going to die. So, the best plausible thing to do is to make future Trunks go back into the past, if he could, or possibly into the future, in the far future, who knows, and just happen to come up with a way to allow himself to become even stronger. Of course, if he went back in the past, he can ask the help of, Goku, Vegeta, and everybody, of course, that they can easily help him and try to. But, and then you got the future, in which case, anything can happen, ahead of future Trunks' timeline. But if you were to put Beerus up against Trunks right off the bat, oh my god, Trunks would get slaughtered. Trunks would try, but Trunks would fall. Trunks would fall just like he fell to Cell. To answer your technical first question, the Elder Kai did unlock his full potential. If you were paying attention, he told Gohan that he unlocked all of his powers. So Ultimate Gohan has all of his powers unlocked. There's not a piece of him that's not, unlocked. Everything is on the surface. Nothing is hidden. So the Elder Kai did unlock his full potential by having him sit there for hours and hours and hours on end without even moving a muscle. So he did unlock his full potential, and Gohan wasn't holding anything back. It would be even more interesting to have Goku unlock his full potential, or possibly even Vegeta. Even Piccolo. Piccolo would be awesome to see. Piccolo would be so fucking strong. But yeah, those 3 characters would be so interesting aside from Gohan, because Gohan has responsibilities. He's half human, He's not designed to be the technical protector of Earth, You're gonna have Vegeta, Goku, and Piccolo and stuff like that to carry on that title. But of course, being the fact that it's Goku's half son, why not? But he did have his full powers unlocked, so it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. To answer your second question, that is a very interesting question. If I could do anything illegal, I would loot everything. I think that's what we'd all would do. I would run up to like I would run up to like Best Buy and Target and all that kind of stuff and take all the goodies. Another illegal thing I would do is probably everything. I mean, like it's hard to say three things that I would do. It really is. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, I guess. Oh, speeding. There we go. I would speed like a motherfucker. I would break all fucking laws of physics with my damn car. Of course, I would try to bail if my car loses control and tries to go off the cliff or something. But, yeah, I mean, those would be some of the things I would do. In terms of even illegal stuff. But if it was something to do the entire day, very interesting. I'd probably say just go on the beach and just hang out with friends or whatnot, go to Six Flags or whatever, or just take an extremely long road trip and just not give a shit and just like drive. Just drive within days, just let the sun soak up your car and whatnot. So, and to answer your final question, I've been getting that so much, but honestly, I would just wish for either world peace or I would wish for eternal life. That way I can just sit there and I could just see what's going on and I can help the best way I can, because you can't kill me, so I'm always going to live on forever. And that's one way I think I can help, is if I live on forever, I can just try to help as much as I can, even for future generations as they come along, to just guide them in the right path, because in today's society, everybody's just driven by money and selfish things, like materialistic objects and whatnot. People are blinded by pride and by ego, so I would try to avoid them from that. So anyways, my friend, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for the questions, and I'll be seeing you next week. And now moving on to the next question, which is from S7 Fusion. I am so freaking hungry right now. Hello, Alex. Hopefully I can be in this week's fan mail, but I know you have tons of questions. You have no idea. Now on to the questions. Question number 1, in 2015, it will be a Game of the Year battle, Halo 5, Black Ops 3, and Battlefield Hardline. Wait a minute. Hardline comes out this year. Oh, whatever. Who do you think will come out on top? That is a very good question. Question 2, are you excited for Advanced Warfare? I heard you can swim in Call of Duty for the first time. Question 3, when do you think John Cena will retire? Question 4, do you think Undertaker will continue the streak or just quit now? Question 5, if Brock Lesnar challenged you to a wrestling match, would you do it? Question 6, what is your favorite dubstep song? Those are all my questions for now. I hope you make it to WWE one day. Thank you, man. That really means a lot to me. To answer your first question, it'll definitely come down to Halo 5 and Black Ops 3. If Black Ops 3 has zombies, yeah, I think Black Ops 3 is going to take it, only if zombies is incorporated, only if the multiplayer is going to be a little similar to Advanced Warfare, and only if they're going to include different mechanics, then yes. But Halo 5 really has to go all out. I have high hopes for Halo 5. I would like Halo 5 to come out on top. And before I get into any of that, if anybody wants to be playing Halo 5 with me, or the Halo Anniversary Edition that comes out this year, the Master Chief Collection, let me know in the comment section below. I'm willing to play with anybody on that Master Chief Collection. Preferably Halo 3 first, because that is like one of the best games, period. But Halo 5 really ought to introduce something that will stand out and make it significantly better. Halo 5, I do believe that they definitely need to fix up the Forge mode and add a better Forge mode onto the game. I do believe that they ought to just add a much bigger option of weapons. I remember my favorite option for weapons was Halo 3, because you had all sorts of things like radar jammers and flashes and regenerations and bubble shields. You guys remember that? We had ARs and BRs. We had snipers and rocket launchers and Spartan lasers and energy swords and spikers and whatnot, plasma pistols. We had the whole shebang in Halo 3. Halo 4, I think, ruined it with the ability for you to use armor abilities, I guess you could say, because it really did take away from having that overall satisfaction of going from point A to point B and gathering up weapons and whatnot. It's just like that was the whole purpose of Halo. Just fight for the weapons, fight for supremacy, fight for dominance, and that was it. Halo Reach was pretty good, but they still kind of flopped with that, and Halo 4 just completely flopped for me in terms of multiplayer because they try to be like Call of Duty. So, I'm a huge Halo fan. If it were not for Microsoft's copyright stuff, my channel would have so much Halo stuff, your mind would be blown. But yeah, I mean, Halo 5 right now is my number one pick, although I have a feeling in my heart that Black Ops 3 might take it again. I'm pulling for Halo 5 on this one, excuse me. So, to answer your second question, I am very excited about Advanced Warfare. I haven't been this excited about a Call of Duty game in so long. I really don't care about the swimming part. I do care about the multiplayer aspect, of course. Having the jetpack ability, having the ability to bring back a lot of the Black Ops 1 / Modern Warfare 2 mechanics of weaponry and just the way you're pretty much going about the game. So, a lot of people were talking about how Ghost was just so much of a bad game, and I must say this, Ghost wasn't the best game of all time, but it certainly wasn't the worst. If you guys go back and remember Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, those games were pretty bad too. So, I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due. But in the end, am I excited? Absolutely, because that game is going to surround itself with awesome stuff. And if any of you guys want to battle on Advanced Warfare, you let me know, and we will go to war. So, yeah, about Advanced Warfare, if you guys want to join my clan, I'm going to be making a clan on there only for the Xbox One. Just let me know, and we'll battle each other. It doesn't really matter as long as we all have fun. So, to answer your third question, John Cena, I don't think John Cena is going to retire until he's like 60 years old, to be honest. John Cena has a lot more left in the tank. I have nothing but respect for John Cena because he's been sticking around and he dedicated his life to the business. Although we all want to see him become the bad guy, we all want to see a different John Cena. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But in terms of him retiring, I don't think he's going to retire until he's like 50, 60 years old. I mean, let's get real here. The guy is a freaking machine. He's going to keep going until he's pretty much dead. And then once John Cena's gone, who's going to be the next top guy? I mean, I would love it to be Daniel Bryan because he holds just as much passion. Somebody like Cesaro holds just as much passion. There's people like that. They just brought in Kevin Steen, Kenta, Prince Devitt. They're bringing in independent wrestlers, and I believe they're the future, man. So yeah, I mean, if John Cena's gonna retire, it ain't gonna happen until he's like either 50 or 60 or possibly even 70. We don't know yet. So, to answer your fourth question, I would like to. Well, I wish two scenarios. Number one, I wish The Undertaker never lost, and I wish that he kept continuing. But then again, if there was anybody for him to lose it to, I really wish that it was Bray Wyatt. I really wish that Bray Wyatt broke the streak because it would have made Bray Wyatt into more of a character. They would have given him more of credibility. The storytelling would have been amazing. The overall synopsis of Bray Wyatt would have increased dramatically, So, the promos behind that would have been amazing. Bray Wyatt just talking about, you think you're better than me, Undertaker, the dead man, I've been dead all along, stuff like that, it would have been awesome. So, for me, I would like to see him just retire now. Taker is just too old. If he wasn't as old and if the injuries weren't catching up, I would say keep going. Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, But as of right now, I would have to say just retire, man. I mean, his match with Sting might be the last one. But at this point, we don't know. We really don't know what's going to happen. So, by any means, whatever happens. I will always love The Undertaker in WWE. So, what more can we do except just wait and watch, To answer your fifth question, if Brock Lesnar challenged me to a wrestling match, would I accept? Yes, I would definitely accept. Would I get my ass kicked? Yes. Would I make him look good? Yeah. But it is what it is. It's Brock Lesnar. I mean, what opportunities and chances do you have to get in a ring with a guy like that and just say, hey, I wrestled Brock Lesnar? So I would do it. I wouldn't mind it whatsoever. And to answer your final question, I don't have a favorite song. But I do have a few that I do know of. like Satellite. I have another one called Levitate by Hadouken. So, I mean, they're my favorite dubstep songs. So, I guess if we had to count favorites, those would be my favorites. So, but anyways, S7, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Johnny Gat, Saints Row, motherfuckers. Hey Alex, this is my first time sending you fan mail, so let's get on to the questions. Question 1, do you think Mystic Gohan can beat Super Saiyan 3 Goku? I know that Ultimate Gohan is stronger than Super Saiyan 3, but to me, power doesn't matter. Question 2, how do you think Goku is going to be able to beat Whis? How much power does he need? Thank you for all of my questions. I kept it pretty short, but I didn't have much to say. Well, thank you, Mr. Johnny Gat. To answer your first question, Ultimate Gohan versus Goku, you're right. It doesn't necessarily come down to power, because just because Gohan is a lot stronger doesn't mean that he would be able to win. It's all about having a good mindset, being a good strategic fighter, keeping that mentality where you're battle tested and you're ready to fight to the very death. So, I don't know. I would say Goku, because Goku's able to do so much more that Gohan can't. You know, although Goku did train him and Goku did teach him a lot, there's still so much more that Ultimate Gohan would not see coming from Goku. I mean, even though Goku would not be stronger, Goku would still keep going, you know what I mean? So just because Gohan might be a slight bit stronger doesn't mean that he can necessarily win. How many times have we seen people that were supremely strong get outsmarted, you know what I mean? So in that little case, I do believe that, you know, Goku would win just because of battle smarts alone. But aside from that, if it was a raw battle, I would have to say Gohan just by logic. So, and to answer your last question, there is no way Goku's gonna beat Whis. I'm sorry. Unless we had a Super Saiyan God Vegito, like at a Super Saiyan 3 level. That's the only way I can see anybody beating Whis. Whis is the most powerful, man. I mean, he knocked Beerus out with one hit. With one hit. He knocked Beerus out with one hit. If that doesn't say much, I don't know what does. He knocked Beerus out with one chop to the neck. So I do believe Goku needs a lot more power, significantly a lot more power, if he's planning on defeating him, because how else are you supposed to beat someone when that same character was the one that beat your opponent down in less than like a few hits? So that's pretty scary if you think about it. So I would have to say a Mega Fusion, a God Fusion perhaps, is the only way, to be honest. So, but anyways, my friend, thank you for the questions, and once again, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And once again, everybody, thank you all for watching. My name is Untitled Gaming. If you guys want to submit your questions for next week's episode, please go on ahead and submit your questions in the comment section below, guys. Also, since Halloween is coming up, submit as many Halloween questions as physically possible. I want to get down on some blood and gore for you guys. So, once again, everybody, thank you all for watching. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, please, as always, don't forget to hit it up with a like and a favorite. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Once again, everybody, stay tuned for the next episode. I really cannot wait for Halloween. That's one thing that I'm really excited for. So, like I said, just drop your Halloween questions, and we shall be getting things under wraps with that one. So once again, everybody, thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you all in next week's episode. God bless you all for Planet Goku, if there was one. Peace!